Hey YouTube, what's up? I finally had the motivation to film and actually have a life. And so today I'm finally doing another video. So today I'm going to be doing my August wrap up. Now, I only read 4 books in August, which is fine because I read these 2 and loved them, but they're real chunky. But anyways, for the past week or so, I've been in a reading slump and nothing really seems to be working. I went outside today and I read for like an hour. That was good. But I still have so many books I want to chat about. So without further ado, let's just get into the books. Alright, so the first book I read in August was actually a reread for me. I read this book back in February of this year. Wow, because that feels so long ago. It's probably like 7 months ago, but like, let's be real, with coronavirus, everything feels like it's been a whole year. The first book I ended up reading. Just wanted to clarify, if you see me looking down, it's because I had my Goodreads on my Mac, so I was checking to see like what books I read. Is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. And this was a reread, and I ended up even enjoying this more than I did the first time. The first time I ended up giving it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and this time I ended up giving it a 4.75 out of 5 stars. So I really love this poetry collection. I think she's very raw, honest, blunt in it. Like, she doesn't hold back. I feel like this is a book that was meant for her. It was so heartfelt and so raw, and it just made you feel so much. It brought about a lot of feminist ideas, and it talked about the process of healing after like pretty much anything, especially like a relationship. And I feel like she did it in such a powerful way because of the way she conveyed her words. Her writing is very like straightforward and cut to the point, and she doesn't hold anything back in that book. I just felt like I related to it on more deeper levels than I expected to, even though I didn't relate to it in the sense that I've never been in a romantic relationship, because let's face it, I'm lonely. But I just feel like it was still relatable, if not like a lot of her words. I feel like a lot of her thoughts were applicable to any type of relationship or anything that can go on in life, whether it may be romantic or not. I mean, don't get me wrong, certain parts of her are definitely more leaning towards healing after a romantic relationship, but I feel like some thoughts you could just relate to on different levels. So that I ended up really enjoying, and I read that at the beginning of August, and then, funny story, then I reread it again right after that in August. Okay, before you think I'm crazy, and why would you do that? Why'd you read it 2 times in a row? But because, here's a short story short. So a day or 2 after I reread Milk and Honey, there was a blackout in my area because of a storm that lasted 4 whole days. So I kept recommending it to my sister, and she finally picked it up, and it was an hour-long audiobook. I had literally nothing to do, so I just sat there with her and listened to it because I had nothing to do whatsoever, and I had no life. That's not to say I have a life now, though, when there is no blackout. Okay. But the past few days have been good. It's just this week my sister went back to college, everyone went back to work, no one's off anymore, and so I'm kind of just by myself right now. I can't see any friends because of quarantine. Okay, so moving on, the next 2 books I ended up reading. I just closed my Mac because I know which books I've read now, and there was only 4 because I'm in a reading slump. The 2 books that I read were CROWS and Cricket Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is going to be like a semi-in-depth discussion because I'm thinking I might end up filming a book review / book talk for CROWS and Cricket Kingdom, but mostly CROWS. With CROWS, I So after reading this whole series, one of the things that I feel like I love about Six of Crows is that in this first book we get mostly like the characters' backstories, and I realized that I loved learning about these characters so much and seeing how they became who they are and how the relationships formed. I love seeing that. I love the heist part with the ice court. I love falling in love with these characters. I loved how much character development each of them go through, how their motivations, and this is just for Crooked Kingdom and just Six of Crows overall, this part. I love how their motivations are constantly driving them forward. Like in this book with Inej, in these two books we get her wanting to create a ship so she can hunt down slavers, and I love seeing the relationships form romantically and in general. And oh my god, the relationships in this book simply make me swoon so much every time I think of it. So I loved all of these characters so much. I have no words when it comes to this. I'm in awe of how Lee Bardugo is able to create such beautiful moments, especially in Crooked Kingdom. And I'm amazed constantly by her world building, her characters, how strong her writing is in both of these books. Because I was constantly engaged throughout, even at the beginning, which is a complaint I've heard, is that this is slow at the beginning, which I didn't find slow at the beginning. I got into it pretty quickly. It's such an immersive read, and this one is a lot more straightforward since it's following like them going on a heist, and then this is just like following them like in the aftermath of the heist. So with Six of Crows, I loved it, and I loved seeing the heist play out and everything. But Crooked Kingdom was absolutely my favorite book in the series, because the plot is just so much more messy and so much more less straightforward and so much more out there, and you get so much character development in this. And in this one, you get every single character's perspective, which I was happy about. But I'm happy that in Six of Crows it was just 4 of them rather than the 6 characters, because there's 6 characters in the series. Some moments were so bittersweet. How I felt like her writing, it was incredibly strong in Six of Crows, but in this one, I felt like we got to see all facets of her writing, all layers to her writing. She makes this one so much more complex. I feel like this entire thing is so much more complex and well thought out. Well, don't get me wrong, Six of Crows is well thought out as well. And I don't know. I loved seeing how each of these characters were all morally gray, and that it's not like your traditional sense of heroes, even though you're still rooting for them because they're criminals and they're thugs and thieves, because you deep down you know they're good people. These 2 books invigorated me in a way that I can't even explain. These 2 books made me feel so much, and they ended up putting me in a reading slump because, no, it's not because they're a bad book, it's because they're too good. I don't know what to read anymore. I just want the same cast of characters. I just want the same exact book. Can I get that? No. But however, if you do have some good books for recommendations for like a book after Six of Crows, or a book in general that would be good for a reading slump. Sorry, I'm still looking at the spider on my ceiling. Please do let me know in the comments down below, and I will check them out. Anyways, that is it for my August wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and it was a lot of fun to talk about Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom and Milk and Honey, but especially Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. Hold on, I just want to hold this part for the outro. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in my next one. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Bye guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for future content from me. Bye guys. By the way, I'm trying to decide what day to post my videos because I'm gonna try to post a video once a week. So let me know in the comments down below what day you guys would like to see a video every week.